sometimes I have imposter syndrome. Who am I to deserve this powerful woman that shows up every single day, loves me, not only loves me, is my biggest cheerleader. Like, I get uncomfortable. I mean, my imposter syndrome showed up initially with me shushing you, right?
Yeah.
Shush. Oh, Shawn, you're a big deal. No, I'm not, Caitlin. Yes, you are. You're this, you're that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And that was me resisting, because before I met Miss Caitlin, I'd worked really hard on myself. I had a friend of mine tell me I needed to stop going to personal development programs because I'd done enough work. And I was like, no, I haven't. I know I can always be better. I know I can always do more, be more. And at the end of the day, battling imposter syndrome is just accepting this new place you've arrived at and congratulating yourself and being proud of yourself and owning it. Because honestly, think of how ironic this is. I'm having imposter syndrome being somewhere that I've worked really hard for a long time to be. Like what? Hello, what? No.
And that shows up all the time. And so I think number one is just recognizing that, right? Gaining that awareness that it's this inner conflict between your inner blueprint, this life that you are creating, and the old stories that were taught to us, or the old stories that we believed. And it's looking in the mirror and getting just real honest and raw with yourself and going, okay, I need to let go of those stories that aren't true and that aren't mine. They could be, don't be too much, earn your worth, stay humble, things like that actually are self-limiting beliefs at some level, and letting go of those and stepping into that next level and realizing imposter syndrome is not bad. It's just a sign that you're stretching, that you're growing. It's good. We should all be experiencing it at certain points in our life.
Yeah. I think one thing that comes up a lot, and I spent a good part of my life working really hard on the outside, and we're all programmed to do that. And, working on the outside is working on the mirror, right? I've used this analogy a lot, but it's spaced repetition of thought. If you get toothpaste on your shirt, you don't change the mirror. And yet all of us from birth were programmed to respond to the outside world. As a small child, it's cold outside, put a jacket on, right? If you need to make money, go to work hard. If you need more money, work longer hours. And so many of us are programmed that way. And when you start working with Caitlin and I, we change that story. We say, no, you work harder on the inside than you do on the outside. You spend more time. And for most people, they don't spend any time. And for us, it's 30 minutes a day deciding what you want, affirming what you want, giving gratitude for it. And when you do that, what we find is the results come faster than we're used to. And this is one where I see it come up a lot. I mean, I've got business owners that have been working on their business for 20 years, working as hard as they can, using best practices, and yet the business isn't growing. The profitability is staying the same. And they spend a year or so with us and they start doing the inside work. And all of a sudden, something I've been doing for 20 years starts working better than it ever has. I start seeing massive growth in my top line. I start seeing massive growth in my bottom line. If I'm a commission salesperson, I start seeing my commissions go up, my sales go up. Welcome to the Inner Blueprint Podcast. I'm Shawn Feurer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor. With over 20 years of turning blueprints into thriving home improvement businesses, I've learned that the strongest foundations start in your mind. Whether you're building a business or your own success, we're here to reshape how you think and face daily life, and always remind you to enjoy the ride.